It's April 9th, 2020. I'm Pastor Rusty. This is your Daily Inspo. You know, the night Jesus was betrayed, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane with his disciples, and he told the disciples to sit here, and he went a little further to pray. He was under much agony. All of God's plan was coming together in that moment, in that evening, and the physical part of Jesus was feeling that, and the spiritual part of Jesus, and fully God and fully man. So I can't even imagine the conflict that was there, the agony that physical body would have been under. He asked him to sit and pray, and he went on a little further. He comes back, he finds him asleep. And Jesus said an interesting thing. He says, "So could you not stay awake with me 1 hour? Stay awake and pray that you may not come into the time of trial. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." And it says he went away a second time and prayed. It's interesting because he says stay awake so that you don't fall into trial. But obviously, sleeping physically, you wouldn't fall into trial. You're not tempted in your sleep. He was speaking about spiritual things, as Jesus always did. And so in those spiritual things, you think about people that claim to be woke today. They're woke to the hidden history and hidden agendas and the Illuminati and all those other things. And be they as they are, I have no clue. I'm no expert on those things. But I do know this, that Peter later on, after he slept in the garden, he wrote a book. And in that book, he said, your enemy, your personal enemy, the devil, like a roaring lion, seeks whom he may devour. So who's he looking for? How's a lion hunt? What can we draw from that? You know, the lion seeks out the weak, the young, the elderly, tries to separate them from the herd so that they can devour them. And when he's caught his prey, he roars. You know, it's an interesting thing. So many times I know people who have been hurt by a pastor, or hurt by a church, or they're just sick and tired of religion. And man, I get that. Jesus in the previous chapters had been going on and on and on about the Pharisees and their religion, and how when they found a convert, they made them twice a child of hell. But it's because they kept them from the kingdom of heaven, and they inoculated. You know how inoculation works, right? You get a little bit of the real thing, enough to where you can't actually catch the real thing. A lot of people have been inoculated to Jesus. A lot of it has to do with his followers, his pastors and teachers, and I may myself in my life have caused people damage. Just existing and trying to sort out the things in the world. But here's the thing. Jesus told Peter, stay awake. I think that's our command today. Stay awake. Don't, as the modern term, stay woke. That's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. Stay woke. Stay woke to the snares and the traps and the fiery darts of the wicked one today. Look where he tries to stir anger in your life. Look where he tries to stir disgruntledness and complaining and whining and oh me, and it's all about me, and well, I didn't get my way, and nobody came to see me, or nobody called me, or be careful of murmuring. If you study through the Exodus, you'll see God doesn't deal well with murmuring. He'd open the ground and swallow a few every once in a while. That's something you can do today. Stay awake. Spiritually, stay awake. Starting to feel down? Take a look at what's going on. See where the devil's working in that. I preached a sermon one time called Serpent Tracks. And every once in a while you can hear that hiss of that old forked tongue in your ear. And he's just whispering. He's trying to goad you into a state that is not Christ-like, not godly. Do that today. Remember, this day the Lord has made. I pray you're safe and that you're well. This is Pastor Rusty, and I'll see you tomorrow.